Welcome to Long Box Diving, where we pull comics out of the long box. This is the third time I've had to do this. The third time. Because the second time, I forgot to click a single button. One button that would mute desktop audio. And YouTube had the bright idea to say, hey, look, I know you want some desktop audio of a video that you're not even watching, but I know you want to hear it. So YouTube popped up a video that I wasn't watching that for some reason they thought I wanted to watch. And of course then my computer picked it all up, so that ruined all of my audio. Yay. Short and sweet. X Factor issue 6 is a great comic. I love it. It's continuing that character drama. If you're not into character drama, that's okay. There is a fight scene, but it's also not the best fight scene. It's very much just your typical, hey, look, we need a fight. Okay, it's not anything special. It's not the focus of the comic. The characters are the focus of the comic, and you see it through all out here. I'm getting to a point, and I want to keep this short and sweet because I've also recorded this same exact thing twice now, and none of it's useful. None of it. Careful. It's like I'm getting to a point with the characters where I don't like Cyclops because he's being a child, right? Where he won't tell Jean what's going on. Jean, and I love Jean. I feel for Jean. Jean's hurt. Jean thinks it's her fault that Scott's closed off to her. Jean thinks because she's not the Phoenix, Scott's like, you're not the Phoenix. I just don't like you. Oh, you're not a telepath. You're not good enough for me. That's not what the thing is. Scott is stuck. He loves Jean. He's married to Madeline, who he thought was Jean, and he's not telling Jean any of this. It's getting to a point where I'm getting irritated with Cyclops. Jean is great. Nobody will tell her anything. And she's stuck. Bobby's Bobby, who's annoying, but he's still Bobby. He's okay. Hank is a little straight-laced, but he's okay. I'm getting to a point. I still enjoy the characters, but like if we're being real here, because they have flaws, that makes them interesting. If they didn't have flaws, there would be no drama. There would be no conflict, and a lot of this would be kind of mute. I'm getting mad at Warren. Warren needs to step off. He's taking advantage of Jean, trying to romance her, knowing she's in a bad position, knowing she's emotionally vulnerable because Scott shut her off. He needs to step off and be like, "Hey, look, like let's tell you what's going on." But yeah, so you have the Alliance who, and we get to see more of Mike the Junkie and his superpowered. He's basically powering up other mutants, which is a cool ability, and we see him go crazy a couple times because they mess with Susie, and he ends up accidentally killing Susie because he empowered other mutants, and I can't wait to see where that goes as a storyline and see how he deals with it because he didn't kill them, right? They were threatening Susie. He got angry and overpowered, and then they accidentally killed Susie. That's on them. But Mike's not there yet. He needs to understand that. So I can't wait to see where it goes. Apocalypse is in the comic, but Apocalypse is like, survival of the fittest. You're all mutants, so whoever's the strongest gets to rule. And he says this most of the time. A lot of the time, he's in the comic, and so that's what you expect from him. He doesn't really help. He's like, are you the strongest? Yes or no? That determines whether you live. So it's definitely a character-focused comic, and I had lots of fun reading it. I enjoyed seeing where the story's going. I can't wait to see where it goes from here. But I'm keeping this short because I've already been recording for about 20-plus minutes, and I have no useful footage. So, I'll see you next time on the Long Box.